What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you all are doing great today. As you can see, engine is back. It's on the stand and it's all put together mostly. Right now I'm just waiting for timing components, so the pulleys and the belts and all that stuff, the turbo and the transmission to get back. Yeah, if you didn't know, the transmission is getting rebuilt because it's got some really bad damage. I'll put some pictures up on the screen right now. The guy said the fork that kind of moves the gears has been shaved down all the way to where it barely grabs it. And then I've got some gear damage, other kind of damage. I forgot what all he said, but pretty much that should be back soon. Engine is mostly put together. So right now, today, I'm going to modify the oil filter housing because if you look right there, there's a plug right there. Reason for that is because I'm doing a balance shaft delete because I'm going Haltech, and because of that, I need to run a different crank trigger system. So the stock 2-tooth won't work. You'll have trigger sync errors. So to fix that, you need to get the Kickly 12-tooth trigger trigger kit. And the thing is, it sits right in these two bolts, and it's going to be in the way of the belt system that drives the pulley or the shaft. So you will need to get rid of that because otherwise you won't be able to run that. So there's a lot of benefits of deleting the shaft. Like you get more horsepower, sort of. You free up the engine a little bit, so I think it revs faster. I'm not too sure. That's what I've heard, but it revs a little bit faster. So the reason why I'm going to modify the housing is because when you rotate the bearings to block off the holes for the oil ports, for the bearings, or I keep saying that, for the shafts, you increase the oil pressure. So you're going to need to kind of relieve the port a little bit to kind of lower that pressure to make it safer. It is an important thing. It's on the forums. People say you really should do it. I'm going to do it today, and I just got this in the mail today too. It is a MA Performance O2 dump. I got lucky getting this. The guy that sold it to me was really cool. He threw in the gasket. I don't know if this is MA Performance, but it's got like their quality stuff on it because I don't see any logos here, but he said he thinks it's a MA Performance part. But if it's not, it's fine. It works. It's brand new. It's never been used. So I'm pretty excited to run this. I want to run this because I want to get rid of back pressure and increase power, and just the main reason is I don't want to have any boost creep because, you know, it's not a good thing to have. So on top of that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to port the exhaust housing. So today I'm just going to do the collectors. Later on I'm going to do the runners. I'm going to do a port and polish. So really quick, just a quick rundown on it. It is a fully built engine, fully built bottom end, fully built head. So as for the bottom end, it's got Aries Forge pistons. If you know who that is, it's an OG company before they got bought out, but I think it was CP Pistons or somebody else, but I can't remember who it was. They're the OG stuff. They are used in like top fuel cars because they're just really good material. I've got those. I've got Comstar I-beam rods, and I have the stock crankshaft. So as for the head has full GSC drivetrain, C cams, GSC springs and retainers, except for the valves. The valves are Supertech. I don't remember if they're Inconel or Black Nitride, but Supertech valves. It's got a +1mm size intake valve, and I've got the skunk stuff going on over there, throttle body, intake manifold, and yeah, that's it. So that's the build. I'm planning to hit 600. If I could hit 650 wheel, that'd be really cool. I just don't know with this turbo setup because it's a 57 dual ball bearing. So my tuner's like, hey, you might barely hit 600, but I'm gonna be running E85, and on top of that, I'm gonna vent the block. My builder said I don't need to, but I really want to just because I want to prolong the life of this thing. And honestly, when this thing is done, before the dyno, I might go meth injection because of the cooling properties, not for the horsepower gains, but because the pistons I got. So I'm running a 9.5:1 compression ratio, and it's a flat top piston. So with a flat top piston, you're more prone to getting like detonation, pre-ignition. So if I can kind of like lower the temperature of the combustion, it can kind of prolong the life of it and then not be as likely to pre-fire and like detonate and all that stuff. because, you know, this thing is my only car. I kind of need it to last as long as it can. So if I can keep this thing running for as long as possible, that'd be great. So just for fun, I'm gonna throw this thing on, see how it looks, and then see, because the thing I'm worried about is this, the dump part. I'm worried about it hitting something that I don't need it to hit. So I'm gonna throw it on, see how it looks, and then pick the camera back up. All right, so we got everything mocked up. I wanna talk about a few things. First thing is, the way this thing is made, it's damn near gonna hit the pan. Not the pipe itself, but the fumes when they come out of that dump. You can look at how close it's angled to the pan. So, kinda don't like that. It's honestly, I think it's gonna heat up the pan. It won't go directly to it, but it will heat it up. I'm gonna have to figure that out. So I wanted to see how close it will be with the, I think this is the AC mounting bracket. I forgot how tight everything is in here. It'll fit. I will be painting this today. I'm gonna make this like a nice like OEM color, like how I did the filter housing. It's literally just spray painted. So here's how it looked before, and here's how it looks now. So you can see it looks damn near brand new. So here's that trigger I was telling you about. So this is the OEM 2-tooth. So you can see that there's only like 2 teeth that spin around that tell the crank trigger sensor when to like, or where it's at in the rotation. This isn't enough for the aftermarket ECU. So you will need an aftermarket kit. And I need to modify this housing as well. So even though I'm doing this to kind of help get rid of back pressure, I still need to modify this at the wastegate. At the wastegate flange. Here, let me go and show you. Just put that there. So this flange is kind of like a common thing where you can get boost creep on the OEM internal wastegate. So there's like a little pig nose in there, and then open these little ports more to kind of help relieve the air faster, because if it builds up, that's how you get boost creep. So I'm gonna open up the gates, open up the flanges a little bit, make them a little bit wider, but not too wide to where this little flange can't cover it. That's how you're supposed to port the OEM wastegate flange. Just open it enough, open it as much as you can, but make it not so big to where the flange can't keep it covered. So we're gonna do that today on top of the oil filter, so we should probably get started. I kind of want to paint this first because it's the easiest thing to do, and then that way it can just dry up while we're doing everything else. So I got the tool ready. So what you're gonna port is this relief port right here. It's gonna be that little thing. You're just gonna open up the flange a bit more, make it more smoother so it's not such a sharp curve. I'm really nervous of doing this, so I'm gonna do this off camera and then come back to you guys when it's done. All right, so I just finished the porting. Here's how it looks on the finished part. So you can see there's a lot more opening. That little eye hole is sticking out. You can clearly see it. Smooth out the edges so that it's nice and round to promote good flow. So that's all set to go. So I can finally bolt this thing on and then call it for the filter. And then we can move on to something else like the housing. So let me put this thing on and then we'll get to that. And also that I just noticed, the port now that's a lot bigger, it fits the hole on the gasket a lot better too. So yeah, let's go ahead and throw it on. All right, oil filter housing is on, all torqued, all set to go. Now we're gonna move on to the exhaust manifold, but I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna go eat something because I'm starving. I'm probably gonna start on this first, and then we'll do the manifold. I feel like this is a bit easier though, but I don't know, we'll see. Let me just go eat and then I'll think clearly and then we can start on it. All right, so I just about finished porting it and I'm pretty happy with how it came out. You can see how much wider they are. I'll throw a picture up right now of how it looked before and how it looks now. You can see the ports are a lot bigger. I can comfortably move my finger in there up and down on both sides, because before I could barely put my index finger in there at all. So once this wastegate opens up under boost, it's gonna let that exhaust flow really nice. and there's going to be less pressure building up to cause, you know, all the boost creep, back pressure. And I can't wait to see how it's going to do on the dyno, because I mean, I was always super scared to do porting myself, but I'm really happy with how it came out, and it's still good enough to, well, I can't really close it because the way it's sitting, but yeah, I can't wait to see how it does on the dyno. Now we're gonna do the exhaust manifold. We're gonna do the collectors right here, and then maybe the runners too, because I want to do a port and polish just to make that exhaust flow really nice. But I think with what I have, at least tool-wise, it's not gonna be able to polish it, but who knows? We'll try it. Let me just get it off, put that thing back where it needs to go, and then just clean up and then start on that. All right, so it's the next day. The thing is, this bracket, so here's how it looks, by the way, after it's painted. Looks really nice, brand new, super clean. So the reason why there's 3 silver bolts and then 1 gold bolt, for whatever reason, these are the ones that I took it off with when I took this thing apart. And I made sure to put them where they go. So when I took this thing off, I put these things in these holes to make sure I don't mix them up. Now, when I try to put it back on, it doesn't want to go on because these things bottom out. So I would say it left about like, let's see, that much. And then it wouldn't clamp it down. I'm like, okay, you know what? I can't figure this out. Let me just run an ace, get some new bolts. So I did that, got them all torqued up and set to go. So I'm thinking for this, I might just want to probably leave it, because what I need to do is, I looked up in the forums, people said that you will sometimes hit the lower intercooler piping with this. So I'm gonna wait till I get the turbo back, which will be next week, mount everything up, put the turbo on, put the lower intercooler pipe on, see if it hits. If it gets really close to it, we'll just try to figure it out later, but for now I'm just gonna leave it like that. And that's it for today. I'm just gonna leave it here. I'm gonna do something else with the manifold. So there's this like tool that you can use. It's pretty much like a hone brush, so where you can kind of like put it in and it bends around. I'm gonna get that. I'll make a video on that too. So I'm just gonna leave it for now. Leave everything how it is, and then next time we'll do that stuff and then put something else on, because I got something coming in the mail tomorrow, so we'll do that. But yeah, if you stayed till this point of the video, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. If you want to see this thing get fully put back together, get thrown in the Evo, get it dynoed and tuned and all that stuff, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notifications to stay updated, because I still got a lot of stuff. I got to do fueling, all that stuff. I'll make videos on that too. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.